Duke, you are next. You know why? Because you ask. You know my rule. A team or program asks me directly for their helmet history, they get bumped to the front of the line. And I guarantee you're going to learn a couple things about Duke's helmet history. One, a technology they used in the 60s that not a lot of people know about, and also how they ended up in the Rose Bowl. With that, let's get it started. We're going to start in 1953. The Blue Devils wear a blue helmet with two white center stripes and keep it that way through 1956. In 1957, numbers are added to the side and the look lasts just one season. In 1958, Duke goes to a white helmet with a blue Absorblo pad on top and players' numbers on the side. What's Absorblo? Well, in the 1960s, McGregor marketed a new line of helmets with a safety-enhancing Absorblo strip. The pad was a half-inch thick and would adhere to the helmet when applied. Several schools used it, including, of course, Duke, who wore it through 1964. In 1965, the Blue Devils, they did away with it and went to some good old-fashioned blue center striping. In 1966, Duke wears a Blue Devil for the first time. This was Duke's primary logo from 1966 through 1970. The team wore it through 1969. This logo has also popped up as an alternate, like this helmet from the 2015 Pinstripe Bowl against Indiana. It was also repeated in 2018, 19, and 21. It was used in this look against North Carolina in 2016, and it popped up again on a gray helmet in 2017 and 18, and once again on a black helmet against North Carolina in 2022. All right, back to 1969. Blue Devil on the right side, and on the left side of the helmet, a 100 sticker on it to celebrate the 100th anniversary of college football. 1970, the Blue Devil is gone and it's back to players' numbers, but just for one season. In 1971, the Blue Devils debut their first gray helmet with blue and white center striping and wear this look almost exclusively through 1977. During that time, for 2 games in 1974 and a handful of games in 1976, the D appears on the helmet, but then it disappears for about the next 30 years. In 1978, the script Duke appears on the helmet. The very next year, in 1979, the helmet color is changed to blue with white lettering and center stripe with a white face mask. 2 years later, in 81, it's back to white helmets, blue lettering, and 2 blue center stripes. Then in 1985, slight modification as Duke switches to a single center stripe and the look runs through 1989. In 1990, the look is tweaked as a gray outline is added to the lettering. This helmet was worn through 1993. In 1994, Duke switches to blue lids, black lettering, black face mask, and it's worn through 2003. In 2004, it's back to white helmets. And the D returns to the helmet for the first time since 1976. This is Duke's primary look through 2007. In 2008, they make one change. The face masks go from black to gray. Then, with 2 games remaining in the 2009 season, they widen the center stripe. The look runs as a primary through 2011, then used in spots from 2012 through 2014. 2012, breakout year for Duke helmets as they introduce a black matte finish helmet with blue features. It'd be used off and on through 2014. 2012 also saw this all-black alternate against North Carolina Central. The look was repeated twice in the 2020 season. And 2012 was also the debut of this blue helmet with white features that has been used steadily as recent as this season. 2014, this black matte helmet with blue D and center stripe is onboarded and used occasionally through 2017. Then again, starting in 2021 through today. 2015, a white version is added with the same blue details and also worn through 2017. All right, in 2016 against Virginia, this one-off is used to celebrate Duke's appearance in the Rose Bowl. Yes, Duke played in and hosted the Rose Bowl on January 1st, 1942. Following the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941, the government prohibited larger gatherings on the West Coast. Duke football coach Wallace Wade offered Duke Stadium as a host venue for the game. Duke ended up playing Oregon State in front of 56,000 fans and were edged out by the Beavers 20-16. The helmet to commemorate the game was battleship gray with a black face mask, and the logo on the helmet replicated a logo used by the 88th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army that held the nickname Blue Devils during World War II. All right, 2017. Duke releases this white helmet with script Duke and thick center stripe and uses it through 2019. Also that year, its opposite counterpart, blue helmet with white features, which has been used as recently as 2021. 2018, this all-white helmet with a blue D hits the gridiron and has been used as recently as this season. 2019, this 150 helmet was used against Virginia to celebrate 150 years of college football. 2020, two new looks that were only used that season. This blue with black D and thick white center stripe, and a white helmet with a black D and blue center stripe. Then this year, two new additions. This is a shout out to the basketball team that's been wearing this Gothic font for the last 4 seasons. They have a white helmet with Duke written on it in that Gothic font and a blue helmet with the same font in white. All right, those are the looks for Duke. Hit the comments. Let me know who I should do next and continue to follow Hooked on Helmets.